project. I like to change my needles, and I thought this was a good chance to sort of go over my machine. I did a video like this probably a few years ago now, and I kind of briefly went over threading it, but I thought you guys would probably benefit from a closer look to it, and show you where the bobbin is and just give you a nice overview of the machine that I use. So I will start with threading and show you guys how to do that. So what I do first is I would put the thread up here, goes up into this hole here, comes out like this. So you can really hold some large thread spools on this baby. And then we move down to here. Let's zoom in a little bit. Focus on that guy. And we go in through here and out through here. It's really odd doing it from this perspective, so bear with me. But here is that hole there. So it just sort of ends up like that. Then over here, this is the next portion of the threading, which I do like this. There's 3 holes there because of the ability to use 2 threads, but I just have a straight stitch, so I don't even believe I have the capability. Oh, I guess if I had twin needles, I guess I could. So it comes down like that. So you got your loops there. So in, out, and then down. Down through these. So I have my presser foot up right now, and that makes the tension discs separate and make it nice and easy to thread through. So to do that, you kind of pull back, and there's this tiny little wiry thing. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Focus in on that. Hello. So this little wiry thing here sort of pulls back when so that sort of just sits there. And after that, you loop it around this metal bit in through this metal brackety thing. So much technical terms. So we went in through here. So that's sort of pulling down now. Can you see this little bit? Yeah, so there's this little notch here, and you sort of place the thread up against the machine. So the next part is right at the needle level. So next step is there's another metal brackety thing right here. And the next bits are a bit tricky, and hopefully I can do it from this angle. But you thread it through the hole here, and your next step is putting it through your needle. But I'm actually going to stop there, and I'm going to get a new needle because that's what I need to do. Okay, so a main trick, how you know your needle needs to be changed, there's a couple of options. You can hear it in the fabric going a little pop, pop, pop as you sew. That would be a very, very dull needle. The other way is, I tend to do it every time I start a new project just to keep up with it, because a sharp needle makes such a difference. So when you can poke it with your finger and say, it's kind of sharp. This one's okay. Like, I probably don't really need to change it. That one feels so much sharper. Just give it a little prick and you can definitely tell the difference right after each other. So this is the old one. I'll get rid of that one out of the way. So when positioning your needle in the machine, you want to look nice and close at it. So there's like a tiny little notch, and then there's a big notch. So you can see where the tiny notch is. That's where your thread will go through. So you want the tiny notch to be towards the right. So like this in your machine. And this is probably the most thing that somebody really can forget when they're threading their machine. It took me a while to get used to, because in regular home sewing machines, they are just front facing, right? You're not dealing with which way the needle faces. But there is a reason, and it has to do with how it picks up the thread. So there we are. The needle is, I can't even lean over to really check. Yes. There we go. So needle is in, and then we would take our thread. So you can use tweezers if you really have trouble, but I seem to have been successful. This is a finger guard just to keep your fingers from getting in to the machine. I have luckily never done that. This is just a precaution here. So there we have the top thread done. I should tell you that this is the tension as well. This is your stitch length. Reliable is the machine. This is the model number. This is your back stitch. This is your hand wheel. It's pretty simple. So this is a little accessory drawer with all my feet and lots of bobbins. I like to reuse my bobbins a lot. So anyway, you just reach under here, and there be the bobbin. So it's really hard to get this out, but I will try without dropping my camera. There we go. Bobbin comes out. You just literally slide it in like so, and it has a little click that you need it to do. Obviously that's very tangled and you wouldn't want to do that. You'd probably put it in properly. It's super greasy down here, so so guys, that's pretty much the gist of the machine. To lift up this puppy, you have to really lift it up, and I don't like to let it rest there for a while. Can I do that? I don't know. And if you can see, the oil bath is quite cool. See, you can see the bobbin right there. And it just sits in this oil bath all the time. And here we go. There we go. We finished. I didn't even get to see it kick back. And we finished the thread spool. Ta-da! So I hope you guys really liked getting a closer look at the threading process of this machine. It is very different than a home sewing machine. The speed is what and the durability of it is what you pay for sure, and you get your money's worth. It's a reliable machine, which is why the name really suits it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back with a new video soon. Thank you guys again so much, and I will see you guys next time.